the sun. Brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Alright, coming up with your pre-race headlines today, we are on board with your pole sitter today, Ian Dutta, as they come around to this very fast track here at Zandvoort. The major news item is, I think we finally found a track for the Ohio round, a permanent facility, Kaiser Lake Speedway in near southern Ohio, in between Dayton and Columbus. Sony Cup Series just recently raced there, as Ian Dutta continues to maneuver his way around this very difficult and tricky Zandvoort circuit here in the Netherlands. A lot of drivers are comparing this track to Road Atlanta because it is very fast and technical as Ian Dutta passes the 8 car of DJ Curtis. Yeah, very technical circuit. There was a bit of rain in qualifying, and the cars that got out in the dry, which were Ian Dutta and Vincent Allen, were the only two that got out in the total dry. Got front row, obviously. So, Dutta's teammate Kenny Myatt is in 3rd place. The Zeos cars have been really taking care of this track, and then 4th place right behind it, or I'm sorry, 4th place is Myatt, and I believe 3rd place is Alex Allen in the DNC as they round kind of this weird banked corner here. Zandvoort, like I said, is a very technical and tricky road course. So the drivers are looking very forward to that, as we are coming to the midway point here in the European Tour. Next up is Hungaroring. I believe we have Brno, and then we're at Euro Speedway, and then we finish off at Stettin. So that's a lap here at the Zandvoort circuit, and as we go on to the race. Here comes the aforementioned Dutta around the corner. I'm sorry, Charlie Fabros is 3rd on the grid, and then 4th is Myatt, and 5th is Allen. As they hold them a long time here at Zandvoort. We are green now. Down to turn number 1 they come. It looks like we got one of the Cathnex cars already diving out in the back. That looked like maybe Shelley, as we are expecting a lot of chaos around here. Oh, there goes Fabrosis, got turned by his teammate. Oh boy, we got one of the Red Bulls in the Cathnex off. That would be Galligan off. Oh boy, we got cars everywhere. Both the Ferrari, or one of the Ferraris, that's Nico Hall. Both the Hart cars, one of the Action Terras. Galligan's done. So his quest to get a 2nd race win, or all points, is over. Looks like Louvier and Duncan got a piece there as they rise over the hill. Chris Washer's got damage, heavy damage on Ike Durbin's car. Noah Hart has some big damage here. And it looks like this race, I don't know if that'll be a restart or not. They're saying that they might get a restart back. I don't think they are because they cleaned off the track pretty nicely. And we're going to definitely take a look at that one. It all started when the 2 DNC cars, looks like Alex Allen makes a move on Fabrosis, and around goes Fabrosis right off into the grass. I don't think that was intentional, because if it was, that was really stupid. Now, we've got the 14 turning the 4 in front of the field, and I believe the Action Terra of Washer already had started spinning at that point. We'll get another look at that. Actually, no, Ike Durbin would get hit off by Chris Washer there, and Durbin would go around, and that would cause a checkup that would eventually cause Noah Hart to get involved with Baskinger there, or not Baskinger, Nico Hall there. And it looks like Noah Hart's going to have to keep going with some damage. Looks like some Ike Durbin's got damage. We go through the field. We're going to keep going off of this replay view. We're trying to see. There's Baskinger and Alan Cavignaro. Somebody went off on the gravel back there. I believe that was Shelley and the other Cathnex car. Both these cars got caught out in heavy rain, so Baskinger started toward the back, as did Cavignaro. Those cars are, like I said, pretty strong on the ovals, but not very strong on these road courses, as the field kind of goes around some of these slower corners here at Zandvoort. The field will come down the straightaway here. Looks like the 2 Zeos cars have 1st and 2nd with Dutta and Myatt. And it looks like we got Carpenter and Allen, Shawrot and Lewis. So it looks like the field is starting to maneuver its way around this track. Garjay looks low on, I believe that's Michaels in the Action Terra. So, besides that kind of turn 1 shenanigans, pretty good start. Nico Hall missed the pit lane here. Kind of a very late entrance down to pit road there. He was in no way ever going to make that. as he now races, I believe that is Jacob Hart. Both the Hart cars got some serious damage there. While battling one of the Mentervany cars, Ike Durbin would slide off the corner here, slide off the track in the, I believe this is the 4th corner, and then further back we've got Nico Hall being turned by Jacob Hart. So a little bit of trouble in that section. Oh, Carpenter's got Carpenter from 3rd blew up. Oh man, I think he blew up at least. He doesn't seem to have any damage. Yeah, it looks like Carpenter blew. Oh, a big plume of white smoke came up out of the back of the Red Bull car, and there goes Alex Allen. Shawrot would get held up a bit. There goes Vincent Allen. Oh man, Shawrot lost a ton of spots from that. And then it seems like the field does a nice job avoiding the 7-up. A little bit of damage from one of the Mentervanys, and it looks like Sander got into the back of the 7 there. This would also bunch up the field here. Wow, is that a Riesel Lola running in with the freaking Action Terrace? Whoa. Well, that shows you what kind of the attrition that started at this race is, here they go around this long carousel-like corner, and you can see that Riesel Lola is quite slow compared to the rest of these cars out here. They just barely made the qualifying here, as Riesel Lola did, as they maneuvered through some of the corners here. Nick Mace still not doing very well here, and that car, like I said, is geared for ovals, so towards the end of the year, I'm still not counting them out for a championship, but because towards the end of the year, they will be very strong, because the majority of the American tracks are indeed ovals. Now we're on board with Kenny Myatt as he's trying to chase down his teammate Ian Dutta, who is going for his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win, and this is probably the best time I've ever seen him go for one. He looks very strong here at Zandvoort. The Zeos cars are by far the fastest cars out here, but this is the kind of track that Kenny Myatt tends to excel at, and Myatt is looking very strong here as well here at Zandvoort. So he was the fastest in happy hour. Dutta was a little bit slower as they come around some of these carousel corners. Vincent Allen also was looking very strong in happy hour as well. Chris Washer would have some issues getting onto pit road as well. Slow it down, and drove right into the pit wall. Noah Hart would also have some mechanical problems, and he would be quite slow on the racetrack as well. So Noah Hart, this pit road entrance is a bit crazy here. A lot of drivers have been expressing that they want it changed if the track ever comes back onto the schedule, which is kind of unlikely with that pit road entrance. Here we are with the 2 Zeos cars once again, still 1st and 2nd. The 3rd place is Alex Allen with Vincent Allen in 4th. James Silverfox 5th, Shelley 6th, and Cody Lam is 7th. Baskinger 8th. DeMax is actually in the points in 9th, and Will Lewis rounds out the points in 10th with the other racing, or Texan Motorsports car of Garjay in 11th. Just on the outside, but we've got Shawrot, who is very fast outside of the points. Shawrot has another one of those cars that I think could pull off a victory later in the season. I don't think here, because I think the Zeos cars are a little bit strong, but you never know. This track is quite difficult and can catch a sleeping driver out very easily. Myatt has closed in on his teammate. Like I said, this is a track that Myatt thought he could really pounce at and finally get a win this season, chalk up a win column, but Zeos really kind of needs another win. They won the finale last season, probably because of funding. And just because they won that, now they've got actually decent cars. So it shows kind of the economic standpoints of running that last race and finishing that last race, because Zeos gained quite a lot of money from that. And here they come around some of these carousels here. Zandvoort is built on a bunch of sand dunes, so it is kind of a very undulating track where there's some random hills in the track, and then some corners are really cambered. With some banking, almost banking here, like this corner, like there's a corner on this track, I think this one is one of them, and then there's another one later on in the circuit, where there's quite a bit of banking to them. Vincent Allen is actually closing for 3rd on his uncle, Alex Allen, and Allen's been having some issues with, Alex Allen has been having some issues kind of with the undulation I've said before. Alex Allen wasn't exactly too keen about this track being on the schedule, as I think a lot of drivers didn't want to see another Road Atlanta-esque facility on the schedule, like a lot of people consider Zandvoort to be. Very fast, though, this track is, with a lot of, like I said, it's a fast, twisty circuit, kind of like Road Atlanta, and a lot of the fans that have been tuning in for practice and qualifying really do kind of like this track, so good to see, except the pit road's a bit insane here. Shawrot now is closing in here on Alex Garjay in the 26 car. This is a battle for, I believe, 11th, the first spot outside of the points. Marian Sharad is very, very enthusiastic about her chances to win a race this season. I believe that the Walkier car can win a season, or can win a race this season, either with Vincent Allen or Sharad, as the field kind of maneuvers its way through some of these sand dunes. It's very difficult to actually get some camera angles here, so the camera kind of, as the track kind of maneuvers behind a sand dune, so does our camera angles. So fun track to drive, though. I went around it in a car, in a two-seater with Ian Dutta yesterday. It is very fun to ride around, and it looks like Garjay is trying to get by Will Lewis. That is for the final point spot. Lewis is really kind of struggling with the Lycos. They're in the Skull Candy Lycos. And here they come around the corner. It also looks like Sharad is trying to set up a move here. This could be a very important race for Sharad if she can get some points. She was running very, very high. I believe third in first practice and leading second practice before qualifying, I believe, like 7th or 8th. Here goes Sharad getting 11th here. But like I said, when Carpenter blew up, that kind of hurt any chance of Sharad finishing in the points, but she has got the points in sight with Will Lewis there, and then Eugene DeMax is also kind of pulling away here from 10th. Bastinger is pretty far away, and James Shelley is also gaining a bit. And then we've got the two CBMs in 5th and 6th. Vincent Allen now is actually closed a lot in on the one car of Alex Allen. This is going to be a decent battle because we'll see who's the better Allen here. Obviously, some people still think it was Andreas, but a lot of people say Vincent Allen is better than his late father. And Alex Allen, who won the championship last year, Vincent Allen in the walk here could actually, in a couple of years, or maybe even next year, if Walkier improves on their equipment, could be fighting for a championship, even this year at that rate, if he picks it up. We're not sure how these cars are going to handle ovals. We didn't see them do terribly well at Fontana. We'll get the next oval chance when we go to Germany at Eurospeedway Lausitz. That should be a nice treat for a lot of the people, as we're unsure if the cars will race like a super speedway or race it like it's an actual speedway, kind of like how they did at Fontana. But no matter what, we'll see some close pack racing there at Eurospeedway. Ian Dutta is once again pulling away from his teammate Kenny Myatt. Dutta, I think, has had the better of him here at Zandvoort. Could Dutta be going on to his first win? Who knows? But this, like I said, is the best I've ever seen Dutta take to a course. There have been some things where Ian Dutta has not been aggressive enough, and here's a track where that kind of suits him, where you can't really be that aggressive, or else the track will probably take you, but will probably take you away with it. But you can't be too passive either, or else the track will take it away. Kind of fits Ian Dutta's driving style, the Zia and the handling style of the Zios. So this could be a dream weekend for Ian Dutta. James Silverfox is now closing in on Vincent Allen in the 6th car. Then you've got Cody Lamas also back there, as James Silverfox just barely got edged out for his first win by his teammate Cody Lamas at New York Street Circuit, as the track, once again, there's another undulation that we didn't talk about yet, but that corner was kind of where all the shenanigans happened on the first lap. As they rise up over the hump. Kind of good to see the CBMs doing well here. This is once again another track that the CBMs should excel on. Kind of like how they really excelled at the New York Street Circuit, Streets of New York. Lamas is now on the 11 car. This could be a big battle here between the 12 and the 11. They had a nice one at Streets of New York. We're on board now with Lamas. We'll see what he can do. Not much there. This track does have, it has passing opportunities, but you've got to be risky to make them. You got to be very risky to make one. Here can be one if you're brave, because you do have that inside wall, and it's very easy to defend. So you've got to outsmart another opponent if you want to actually make a pass. Sharad has gotten herself into the points now, as Will Lewis and Alex Garche kind of succeeded to her. Joshua Michaels is also a quicker car back there, I believe, than, not exactly quicker than Alex Garjay, but we'll see this time. Garjay did a 34. Nope, looks like Michaels was faster that time, so very interesting to see as Sharad is closing now in on Eugene DeMax in the Texan Motorsports car. DeMax is having a very good run, actually, as Sharad is trying to make as many moves as possible. And Sharad has been one of the faster cars this weekend as well, as I said earlier. The Walkier cars kind of handle a lot like the Zeos cars do. And very fast on kind of these technical road courses. And wow, look at that move by Marian Sharad. Caught the 25 off guard. 25 washed out a bit, and Sharad made the move. Great job by Marian Sharad. Myatt's closing in again on braking zones. It looks like he's used his tires a little bit better than Dutta in front of him. But we're trying to see what's going to happen here. This was effectively a move. Dutta moving to Zeos was effectively a move to Dutta's only main goal was to win a race this year and then effectively go for the championship. Now we're starting to see what Dutta can actually do in that 10 car. He's been caught out by some bad luck this season and some things that he's kind of done by himself by not being aggressive enough. And it seems like now Myatt's going to try and make a move. Myatt hasn't won a race either this year. The veteran from Ohio really needs to grit his move on as he's kind of taken a back seat, and he has gone into a kind of a track designing phase where he helped design the Kaiser Lake Speedway for Ohio, which is a half-mile road course, so we're very glad to be going there this season. Sony Cup Series just ran a race there yesterday at Kaiser Lake, so very interesting to see how that race will go. The elite cars, the track was designed for elite cars, and they did 42 cars pretty well at Sony Cup Series around the Kaiser Lake Speedway. So, really interesting to see how the 30 cars here of the Elite Series do. This race could have major championship implications for Charlie Fabrosis, as he's down in 21st after that first lap after getting dumped by his teammate. We're unsure how long Fabrosis will actually be in this car. We're really not sure. Pichu London is making a faster recovery than we initially thought. He could actually take the car back from Daytona on. So, who knows? But Fabrosis, I have no doubt, will catch a ride somewhere. There's got to be a driver out there that really isn't performing well, but I can't actually picture that driver. Dutta was that, but it looks like Dutta could be on his way to his first win here. A lot of people are thinking that Carl Sanner's seat may be in jeopardy, however. Sanner has not been up to speed in well, we're not sure if the Thunder cars are really the best out there, but William Duncan has been quite faster than Sanner. I believe Sanner's the only one left. I believe car 13 fell out of the race. We'll take a check on that. No, 13's still in the race, and actually Sanner is beating him. But 13 is still in the race with William Duncan, but Duncan has at least shown some speed, as we're expecting the Thunder cars to actually pick up some speed once they get to the United States. Get back to the United States once we go to Daytona, Ohio, and I believe we also have the Triple Crown being the American 700, Indianapolis, and then Michigan. So, all three of those races are double points races, so that will be interesting to see how the Thunder cars will advance and how maybe definitely the Mace cars will. Speaking of the Mace cars, they're battling with each other right now. Alan Cavignaro and Nick Mace. I'm not actually counting these guys out for the championship, even though I don't believe any of them have scored a point since America. But like I said, the three double points races are all on high-speed ovals. If you remember Fontana, that's where these Mace Family Racing cars exceeded. These Corvettes excel there. If they don't get taken out in a wreck, I think they will be strong at, oh boy! Cavignaro hit the pit wall! What the heck was that? We'll have to take a look at that. Coming into pit road, it looks like Cavignaro... Oh, what was that? He wasn't even clear of that! Granted, another car earlier on hit the pit wall. I believe that was one of the Hart cars, or could have been somebody else. Or no, it was the Action Terror of Washer hit it, I believe. But he had some damage, and I could actually see them getting away with that. But seriously? You hit the pit wall? And your car's fine? Are you nuts? Ian Dutta would lead after the pit cycle over Kenny Myatt. Vincent Allen would actually beat out the one car of Alex... Oh, wait, Alex Allen's done. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. Alex Allen... Whoa, what happened to Alex Allen? I'll have to see what happened there, but he's way down the order. No, Alex Allen we're seeing pitted a lap earlier, we think, but he must have had a really bad pit stop because he's even behind the Manturvani of Delise. So a bad day for... Oh, no, what happened to Myatt? Myatt's out! Myatt does the same thing. He pit walls it. So we were thinking that there were some issues with the pit road, but what happened? Did Dutta pit wall as well? Is there oil down there or something? I don't know, but Dutta, I think, did the same thing. Dutta would continue onward, but Vincent Allen has really closed in on him. Dutta's really got to show some aggression now because Vincent Allen has desperately closed in on him. His teammate's out of the race, but man, I don't know what Dutta was thinking, but another thing, Vincent Allen's going to be closer on gas than Dutta. Dutta pitted a lap later, but it looks like Dutta, he did scrape the pit wall. I know it's difficult coming off that corner and making the pit road, but Allen's got to save some gas, but I'm thinking he wants to take the lead, then save gas. And if Dutta's handling's really gone away, oh, man, this could have been Dutta's race, too, but I don't even see damage on him. But here comes Vincent Allen to the inside of the walk here. Now he'll be at a disadvantage coming up for the next corner. I believe it's a long right-hander, which is the carousel onto the final... No, yeah, it is. Onto the main straightaway is... Now the CBMs are closing in. No, this is the banked corner first. Yeah, Vincent Allen's definitely faster here, but it depends on how aggressive Dutta's going to be blocking. He's still got over half the race to go. I don't think Dutta's going to win it if he's this slow. And Vincent Allen's getting really close. Vincent Allen will take the lead there. But now it's going to come down to fuel mileage races. Here comes the two CBM cars in third and fourth. Dutta now is trying to get a bit aggressive as we're on board with James Silverfox, but it doesn't look like he's got the car anymore. Oh, man, Zio's had that race locked up with a 1-2. And yet they will lose it by a pit mistake. There's got to be oil down there or something, because I don't think that many cars will go off there. Maybe when Washer hit it, it put oil down there, and a bunch of cars were slipping. Who knows, but it looks like Vincent Allen's going to get away with this one. The American 700 winner last season. Silverfox is on his way to a win, or on his way to a podium at this stage, as I believe he is actually faster than the 6 car. But he's got to get by the 10 at first to get there. But also the 6 is going to be close on gas, as I think will the 11. So Dutta could be playing it safe, as it looks like Dutta's regained his composure. And it actually looks like Dutta could be closing back in on the 6. James Shelley would go a little bit off the track here, but Shelley would also be running 5th place, which Galligan, who was the only car that I believe still hadn't had a DNF until today here at Zandvoort, but Shelley is kind of making up for Galligan's misfortunes, as looks like Shelley is doing a pretty good job today with Baskinger in 6th after starting 16th. Big move by Baskinger. 7th is DeMax. Here's Michaels and Garjay fighting for 8th. And then 10th place looks like is going to go to battle between Sanner and Mace. I believe Shawrod had Marian Shawrod in the 5 had a mechanical problem on the 5 cars, so Shawrod fell out of the race after looking pretty promising all race. Battle for 10th continues to heat up here between the 14 and the 24. 14 looks low, but can't make the move there. It looks like the 24 is going to take the spot away from the 14, and the Lycos of Will Lewis is also right there. So Will Lewis is trying to hold on and get a spot out of this. Looks like Garjay and Michaels are going to be also battling. Or Garjay got by Michaels. This track has also kind of suited them, as neither of the Texan cars, have scored a point yet. Vincent Allen would now be under threat by the 10 car once again, as it looks like the 6 may be saving a bit of gas. It's not nearly going to be the save job that the 12 did. However, Vincent Allen is definitely under threat by the 6, or by the 10 rather. And the Walkier cars are doing well, and now we're hearing reports that the 6 could have a mechanical problem, so This race, who knows who it'll go for, because we got the two CBMs back there as well. And the CBMs are looking rather strong as well. But looks like Dutta is right now the fastest car on the track at this... No, actually, Baskinger is the fastest car on the track right now. So far as we go back through the field, I don't think anybody's in the 130s outside of Dutta and Baskinger. Baskinger did a 130.7, and Dutta did a 130.8. We'll see what they do this time. Virtually the same lap by Dutta. And we'll see what Baskinger can do. Because if Baskinger still has enough time that he could, if he tried, catch up. But he's down the 131s. Right now it is Dutta who is the fastest car on the track. Actually, Vincent Allen broke into the 130s as well. So Vincent Allen could also be picking up the pace. As here comes Ian Dutta over some of these sand dunes. We don't believe either of them have to pit. Once more, Allen's got to save a bit, but Dutta could make it on some gas, so nice to see. With the top three, or top four to be honest, together, this has been making for a pretty interesting follow-the-leader match, but no one's been really close enough to make a move as we go back. It looks like Lamas is kind of losing this group, but it is the top three of the walk here of Allen, Dutta, and Silver Fox are the top three, but it looks like Dutta's even pulling away, maybe the top two is pulling away from the CBMs. So it is a very interesting top of the field. In the top six, rather, there's 5 different teams. Actually, the top 7, there's 6 different teams. So quite diverse up at the front of the field, and we're not seeing any of the normal suspects of the Ferraris or the CBMs, or not the CBMs, the DNCs up there. As Dutta is making a move on the inside. This is a very risky move. Will he make it? Oh, nope. It looks like Allen's going to hold the spot. Now we're starting to see some aggression out of the 10 car. As Dutta is now all over the 6. This is a fast lap by Dutta. We'll see what he can do. A little bit more aggressive of a line by Allen there, but we'll see what Dutta can do here coming out of the corner. Looks like Allen's got a bit better of a run. Down into turn number 1 here at Zandvoort. Looks like Dutta's right there. That lap was faster by Dutta. Here they go. It actually looks like the CBMs maybe are holding back a bit, but they are faster than the 2 leaders. So the CBMs could be playing into this. We could have a 4-man race for the win. Dutta is right there in the 10 car. The walk here is definitely saving some gas. This race is getting down to the nitty-gritty here. As we are now on board with Dutta once again, as he is trying to find every way to get by the 6 car. That 6 car has been fast today, but we'll have to see what happens here, as Vincent Allen is kind of taking it very easy there. They both did there, but we'll have to see what Dutta can do, as it looks like Dutta is falling back a bit this lap. Maybe he used up his tires a little much there, but I believe Vincent Allen still has to save a bit more gas. Yes, we are hearing that Ian Dutta has used up a bit of his tires, as Vincent Allen is starting to pull away, and it looks like Silver Fox is saving a bit as well. Silver Fox is closing in on the 10 car. The 11 is closing the 10 in, but the 6 car is starting to pull away. But yeah, you're definitely starting to see, as I'm going through the field, that no one's in the 130s like they were earlier. Yeah, no one's in the 130s. I don't even think anyone's in the 131s. And no, they're not. Closest we have, the fastest car on track right now, Silver Fox is faster than Allen. I believe Silver Fox is the fastest car right now. Yes, he is. Fastest car at this stage of the race. Lamas is now closing in on his teammate, and it looks like Dutta's reclosed back in on Vincent Allen, so this race isn't done like I thought it might be, but oh boy, saving tires and fuel is really playing a factor in this race. Here they come. Ian Dutta comes rocketing. Oh, Vincent Allen slid there. Definitely a good close job by Dutta. I think Vincent Allen's tires are now starting to go away, and they're on equal playing field, so Dutta may be actually trying to be aggressive here. But that's how Dutta's going to win, is doing something he doesn't normally do, and that is being aggressive. And he is one of the most passive drivers in the league. Sorry to say that, but it's true. He's probably the easiest guy to pass out there. Not because he can't block or anything, or doesn't have the ability, it's just because he is afraid of crashing. He's very consistent, extraordinarily consistent, and in a race like this, that's going to be a key because with a lot of the championship contenders out, with Fabrosis, Vincent Allen took a mechanical problem. Oh, Dutta hit the grass, but Vincent Allen fell out, or Alex Allen fell out with a mechanical problem. But it looks like, or it says accident, but I believe it was a mechanical problem, not an accident. I believe he scraped the pit wall coming in, but... And I guess they counted it as an accident, I don't know. But, Ian Dutta is really, really needing a good run here, as it looks like Vincent Allen once again is pulling away. We'll look back to the CBMs now. And there's Silver Fox and Lamas, kind of lurking there for Dutta to make a mistake. He hasn't made a big enough one for anybody to make a move. No one really has made a big enough mistake yet. But it looks like it could be down between Dutta and the 6 car if the 6 makes another mistake. The Manturbini of Delise would have some mechanical problems as he would blow up his turbocharger going over the hill. Not a very good run for the Manturbinis, even though this could have been a race that if with a couple more cars out of the race, they could have taken advantage of this race. With some points, Delise would fall out of the race, however. Silver Fox and Lamas would once again close back in on each other, or Lamas would close in on Silver Fox. I believe Silver Fox may have made a mistake. But now we're going to see how aggressive Lamas is going to be with his teammate. I don't think very, but this is for the final podium spot, and there's kind of a big point gap between 3rd and 4th. Maybe team order there, who knows. Nick Mace would fall out of the top 10 points to Will Lewis. Will Lewis gained some speed there. I believe Nick Mace had to make an unscheduled pit stop. Carl Saner, well, not an unscheduled pit stop. I believe he had to do a drive-through for speeding. Carl Saners in 12th, and Nico Hall in 13th, and then William Duncan in 14th, and that's it. Oh, Dutta with a very aggressive braking job there, entering. This is about 1.5 laps to go, but Vincent Allen looks very strong as James Silverfox is holding off to 12. Final lap now for Vincent Allen. I don't believe Dutta has enough time to catch him with how the speeds have been going as they come over the first part of the circuit. Vincent Allen would have to make a pretty big mistake to do that. And here they go, rocketing over the hill. Looks like Vincent Allen does slide a bit wide there, and Dutta is closing in. Dutta's also saving his gas a bit, but not as much as Vincent Allen. Vincent Allen took a very wide line there. We'll see how Dutta can make it. Dutta's closing in pretty big now. Maybe he has a chance if he really gains, but he's got to have Vincent Allen make a mistake if he has any chance of doing that. This is more of a mind game race, and this track, you can be prone to mistakes here at this track. I believe every driver has somehow been caught out by Zandvoort yet already. But I believe there's too much ground as Dutta's very late on the brakes. But right through here is where Vincent Allen is so strong, is through this complex of corners. Final corner is coming up. I don't believe he has the time to catch Vincent Allen. Vincent Allen does slide wide, though, through that carousel complex, but I don't believe it's enough. Vincent Allen's going to come off the final corner. Dutta's going to have to wait again for his first win, as Vincent Allen wins his second ever ARCSOA Elite Series race here at Zandvoort. Second place is Ian Dutta, and third place is James Silverfox. There was never really a pass between any of these guys. Lamas 4th and James Shelley 5th. For the final point spot, it would go pretty easily to Will Lewis. Or he might actually be fighting with Michaels, but I don't believe he will make it. But good run by Will Lewis as they round a couple more corners. I believe this is the final corner coming up. And that will be it for the points. Will Lewis is in. Nick Mace is out. So, good race here at Zandvoort. Vincent Allen with the win would help out his points haul, as Ian Dutta would have to wait again for his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win. James Silverfox in 3rd, still looking for his first ever Elite Series win. Lamas, the New York winner, 4th. Shelley is the last remaining Cathnex car left in 5th. Jake Baskinger in 6th, had one of the fastest cars on track, believe it or not, from 16th. A good charge by him. 7th for Eugene DeMax with a pretty good run for Texan Motorsports after not scoring a point in any of the first 5 races. They get a double point score here. Bravo for Texan Motorsports. 9th for Joshua Michaels, and 10th for Will Lewis and the damaged Lycos, Will Lewis. Nick Mace doesn't have a very good run, but pretty good for the car he's in. 12th for Carl Saner. 13th for Nico Hall, 14th for William Duncan. The last car still running. Bad break for Tamer DeLeese as he was running 12th, I believe. 12th or 13th in the Mentervany. Alex Allen, it says accident, but he had a mechanical problem. He scraped the pit wall entering. Myatt hit the pit wall. Shawrod had a mechanical problem. I believe the same thing as Allen. They counted it as an accident. Not sure why. I believe she blew her turbocharger. Alan Cavagnaro, I believe, crashed with Ike Durbin. Fabrosis, I think we might have missed that crash. Fabrosis had a accident as well. I believe he just retired with crash damage. Fitzwater had some damage from the first lap. Washer hit the pit wall after damage. Noah Hart and Jacob Hart were involved in the first lap mess. Rius, who didn't make it past the first couple of corners. Likewise Carpenter, likewise Galligan. DJ Curtis didn't make it very far, and neither did Louvier. So a pretty attrition-filled race here at the Zandvoort, at Circuit Park Zandvoort, and next week we will be meeting you at the Hungaroring. Points coming up.